I fell in love with it. How? I had a couple of friends of mine who gave me a couple of records. One was for a Lebanese composer called Ziad Rahbani. The album was Hudu Nisbi, and this album was quite influenced by the jazz language in terms of improvisation and whatnot. And another Lebanese artist residing in Paris did the sort of fusion in Arabic and jazz music, sometimes electronic. His name is Toufiq Farroukh. I also got hooked on Toufiq Farroukh. Here in the Lebanese music scene and the jazz scene in Beirut, you have Arthur Satyan. I used to go watch his gigs a lot back then when I was 18, when I was doing my studies, anyways, in musicology. So I really liked the freedom of it, the freedom of expression in jazz. And since I started playing guitar just by ear, I understood the language in a way. Then I just needed to, practice it and learn the repertoire. And also, of course, like the classics, the jazz, American jazz. I got exposed to Joe Pass first, and I was like, oh, how is he doing that? Playing everything on the guitar, like the melody, the chords, the rhythm, like everything. So I was fascinated by that. And of course, Ella Fitzgerald and Joe Pass, their albums and the big band arrangements for Ella and all sorts of things. When I was young, I used to play the piano by ear. I used to play whatever I heard. I was able to play whatever I heard on TV or radio or whatever. And but my parents didn't let me go to the conservatoire to focus on my studies at school. So then, when I became a teenager, I just felt the urge to play music. So I picked up the guitar and started just doing my own research and picking up tunes by ear. And I applied to the music faculty in USAC University, Université Saint-Esprit de Catholique, and I got in. So I started studying musicology after I was done with school. So that was my training, basically. From me as a full-time musician, I believe and I actually feel that the guitar is an extension of my being. So when I speak through it, I really don't care to I really don't want to sound like a hypocrite. I love the jazz language. I've studied it. The but like when I come to compose, naturally I'm influenced by Arabic music, for example, because I grew up listening to it. And I also play classical guitar. So and I love Bach. I love the Baroque music, the fluidity and counterpoint, and uh, contemporary classical harmony, and all these concepts, and Arabic music. So it's naturally gonna go, into these elements without me even trying to. So I just acknowledge what I have to say, and I try to make it sound nice. The main thing that I focus on is how to be able to play Arabic music on the normal guitar. Okay. And if I want to react to Arabic music as a guitar player, how would I do that? If I want to play it in a chord melody style, how would I do that? So, trying to figure out my own language throughout. Um, because there's been a lot of trials with Arabic musicians to incorporate Western music into Arabic music, but it all came under the theme of trying to improve Arabic music, which is something that I don't really agree with, because why do you need to improve? How can you improve something by just adding another element to it? It's fusing Arabic music with Western music, to be technically correct. I'm really interested in the topic of jazz as a process, not as a repertoire. So for me personally, I find that anyone can find his or her own sound. Anyone can find their own sound if they focus on jazz as a process of making music rather than a repertoire. Because some of the people who are like studying jazz, when they go to play a gig, you always find this iPad and then the iReal just, flashing on their faces and just reading the changes of the blues. I mean, come on, just that. Like the relationship to jazz music should be a little bit more profound than just reading the chords on iReal, and sometimes the chords are wrong.